not only in terms of academic, but most importantly is in terms of like friendship that I have made here. I have made a lot of great friends and like great experience in terms of culture and like business wise. So I would recommend you guys to come to CEIBS to study for an MBA if you guys are interested in coming to China to study.
Hello everyone, my name is Amy Jen. Today we are very lucky to have Jean, our student from MBA class of 2024, to share some of her experience at CEIBS MBA. So first of all, let's have her introduce herself and say hello to the audience.
Hello everyone, my name is Jean. I'm from Thailand. So I graduated from Chulalongkorn Business School, major in finance. And after graduating, I had work experience in finance and management consulting industry in Bangkok. And then I returned to my family business to work as a general manager for another like 3 years. So in total, I have like total 5 years of work experience before I came to CEIBS. Yeah, so now I'm studying as an MBA student class of 2024 at CEIBS.
Great. So first of all, let's start about your MBA life. So what is a typical day at CEIBS MBA looks like for you? And maybe you can share one highlight experience with us so far in your MBA journey.
Yes, sure. Typical day in CEIBS, the first 2 terms, we usually start the class from 9 to around like 4 p.m. Because I live in the dorm, so it's very easy for me to like just wake up and like walk to the classroom like just 5 minutes away. From term 3 onwards, it's gonna be elective, so it's like the student's choice to choose what electives do you want to choose or do you want to study. Yeah, so the electives start from like 8:40. Yeah, and it depends on what the class that you choose. So basically, this is the typical day in CEIBS. And at the end of the day, we still can hang out with our friends, our classmates here. And one highlight experience, I think it was most recent one to Japan module with my classmates. So it was one of the overseas module at CEIBS that we have the first overseas module from the past 3 years.
Yes.
Eye-opening experience for me because I not only learned about the Japanese culture, but also learned about Japanese business organization as well. That's why it's one of the highlight experience in CEIBS.
Okay, ask one more question about Japan module. So
Sure.
how long was the module and what's the typical schedule?
Actually it was like 5-day class. It depends on the student if they wanna like visit Japan before or like leave Japan like later than the schedule. The class starts around like 9 until 5 p.m. or 6 p.m. And after that, you can travel, explore Japan. About the company, we visit like several different kind of companies. The objective of this module is to understand Japanese culture and innovation in Japan. We also visit like Ricoh company, which is a camera company. We also visit like very local guitar factory, which is very interesting for me. I can really see how passionate the owner of the company is and like the heritage and legacy of the company.
Great. Yeah. That sounds like a busy 1 week for you. You mentioned a lot about hanging out with classmates, with friends. So maybe you can share about who are your classmates, what industry, what background they are, or something interesting about them.
Yes, are very diverse, I would say. We have around like 120 students in our batch. They came from like very different background. Some of them are from like finance industry, management consulting industry. We also have like healthcare industry, entertainment industry as well. So I feel like it's very diverse in our batch. Anything interesting, I feel like they are very, like for me as a foreigner, they are very welcoming and they really want me to like learn about like Chinese culture and they want me to like really explore how Chinese people are doing and like what business or like the company I look like in here. I really like my classmates.
Nice. So did you pick up some Chinese, by the way?
So far. So I feel like my Chinese is improving since I came here because like when I just arrived here, I did not really know a lot of Chinese, I would say. But since I like, as of now, I feel like I know more of Chinese up to like communication level.
Nice.
Yeah, but I'm still learning.
Okay. So at CEIBS MBA, we do have a career development center dedicated to help students with career opportunities after their MBA. So maybe Jane, can you share your experience working with a career consultant as a non-native Chinese-speaking student here, and also what kind of events and resources the CDC has brought to campus for you?
For me, like the career development center is very useful because like as a foreigner, I do not know a lot in terms of like not only the culture of the company, but also like the how I should approach the employer. I talk a lot to my CDC consultant, what I should ask this employer or like how do I follow up with this kind of topics, that kind of thing. So I feel like it's quite useful for me. CDC has a lot of events. For example, in January this year, they also have like job fair event. It's the event that let employers come to the campus to like set up a booth and like talk to CEIBS students. I had a chance to talk to like the company, and now I just got an internship offer from the company that I met at the job fair. Yeah, so I think it's quite useful for me, interesting. And other events CDC have on campus, such as company introduction, like info session, is very interesting and useful. Some of the company I do not know because I'm a foreigner. So when I go to their info session, so I know more about that company. So I can figure out if I am interested in this kind of company or not.
Would you mind to share what industry your company will be interning for is in?
Yeah, the company I am going to intern this summer internship, this summer holiday is value retail in the luxury retail industry. So Bistro Village is the fashion village based in the UK. Yeah, and they have two villages in China, which is in Shanghai next to Disneyland. Another one is in Suzhou. Yeah, I'm going to work in Shanghai village.
Nice. Congratulations on
Thank
that,
you.
and good luck on your internship this summer. The next question I want to touch base is our mentorship program, because at CEIBS we do put a focus on bringing our MBA students with our 27,000 plus alumni. So we bring a program called mentoring program, and maybe as a student you can share some your experience. How was the pairing process with you and your mentor, and maybe how often do you meet with your mentor and what you have learned from?
Sure. This mentoring program started at the very beginning of the MBA journey. Actually, it was in October for me. MBA office will send out the list of the mentors that are going to attend this mentoring program this year to the students to let us like their background and industry focus and let us study like which mentor we are interested in. So what I did was I shortlisted the mentor that I am interested in, and then they will have a mentor opening ceremony. I will have a chance to talk to mentor that came to that event. So as I mentioned that I already shortlist mentors that I am interested in, so I went directly to those mentors to talk to them. I secure a seat next to the mentor because I feel like it's a great chance for me to like really introduce myself to the mentor, and like talk to them directly.
It's a very smart strategy.
Thank you. And then after that, MBA office will open the bidding process. Each mentor will have like specific number of vacancies. For example, my mentor has like 6 vacancies that 6 students can apply to this mentor, but my mentor can choose only 2 to be her mentee. What I did was I applied for the mentor that I talked to, that I found her very interesting, and I wrote the cover letter to mentor, and at the end my mentor picked me as one of her mentees. Actually, she said that because I introduced myself to her on that event.
So she kind of knows.
So she remembered me.
Do you mind share like what class or what program your mentor is from?
My mentor is from EMBA. Yeah, she is now working at Microsoft, but she has like very solid retail experience, retail industry that I am interested to pursue in the future. That's why I talk to her a lot, and I felt like I am really lucky to have her as my mentor. I think we met like several times, like 3 times. Yeah, the first time was just introduction, and the second time I found it very useful, very insightful. insightful for me because she gave me a lot of like suggestion on how to work in China, how to improve myself in the MBA journey. Yeah, so I found it very meaningful.
Thank you, Jane, for sharing your experiences with us. And finally, let's take a look back on your application process. How long does it take you to prepare GMAT and all the application materials? And did you receive any scholarship? And if so, what the process look like?
Sure. My process for me, it took around like a year for me from preparing my GMAT to submitting the application. Yeah, what I started with studying my GMAT and then I start to researching the school that I really want to apply for. And then I wrote my essay and that kind of thing. It took me around a year. And after that, I did receive a scholarship, yes, from CEIBS. Actually, the process is very similar to the normal application. You submit your essay and your GMAT and things. The school, CEIBS, will consider if I should be qualified. If I am qualified to receive the scholarship or not. I do not need to do extra essay or anything for the scholarship.
Okay, thanks Jane for sharing your application process. I think she mentioned was our merit-based scholarship. At CEIBS we also have another kind of scholarship called need-based, which is like a financial aid type. So to apply for that, you will need some additional materials. And if you're interested, you can go to our website to check out the additional materials or email us to find out more about the need-based scholarship or other company-sponsored scholarship. Okay, I think that's the end of our interview. Thank you, Jane, for sharing your experience with us. If you're interested in learning more about CEIBS MBA program, you can go to our website to learn more and you can email us and we will for sure be in touch to answer any of your questions. And maybe Jane, you want to share some final touch to our audience?
For Thai students that are interested in coming to CEIBS, you can contact me and ask me for any question that you have. So after this, I will speak a little bit of my Thai.
Yeah.
สำหรับน้องๆที่สนใจจะมาเรียนที่ CEIBS นะคะก็จินก็คือ recommend มากๆสำหรับคนที่สนใจจะมาเรียนที่ประเทศจีนนะคะสนใจจะมาเรียน MBA ที่ประเทศจีน CEIBS เป็นหนึ่งในมหาวิทยาลัยที่รู้สึกว่ามีความเป็น inter สูงมากแล้วก็เหมาะสำหรับ foreigner อย่างพวกเรานะคะก็ถ้าสมมุติว่ามีคำถามอะไรที่อยากจะถามเพิ่มเติมเกี่ยวกับโปรแกรมหรือว่าเกี่ยวกับสังคมที่นี่นะคะก็สามารถที่จะติดต่อทางจีนมาได้เลยนะคะก็เดี๋ยว leave เป็น link in ไว้ให้กับMission to Top-U นะคะว่าสามารถติดต่อจีนได้ทางไหนนะคะวันนี้ขอบคุณมากนะคะที่มาฟังยังไงก็ฝากติดตามด้วยค่ะขอบคุณค่ะ Thank you for your attention
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.